Hey guys, how are you doing? Pleasant morning to you if it is the beginning of the day for you. If you are like myself, somewhere in the world where it is now the end of the workday, and if you are a paralelpreneur like myself, where I work a day job and run my own show, and you're clocking out of one job and clocking into the other, well, technically it's another day for you. Anyway, hello guys, how are you doing? I do hope that you are off to a fine Tuesday, terrific Tuesday, whatever you want to call it. If you want to, get all fancy with your words, I hope that all is well with you. I'm just coming through to you today because, Tuesday is my day where I want to drop a few nuggets and, get on with a few writing tips and advice. I gave my word and I'm living up to that word. But, sometimes things get into the way and you're thinking of, falling off. And so right now I'm feeling somewhat sleepy because for some reason, my new bedtime is kind of like 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, I go to bed at 1 a.m. By the time I'm supposed to get up at 5. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get through my morning routine. How many hours sleep am I going to get again? So that's kind of my current thing. So I am super sleepy right now and I am thinking of going off to sleep. So I said, you know what? Let me just do this live right now so that I can share what's really on my heart today to really, just encourage you to get on with your writing, get on with your project, whatever it is that you are doing. So, hey, if you are on here, pleasant morning to you as you come by. For those of you who are going to catch the replay, greetings, how to do, welcome. Happy new day. I hope that all will go well today and you'll have an excellent, amazing day. So what I'm going to be talking about today is, just how to get on with your writing project, even when, you're feeling heaviness or you are going through loss and you're grieving, or you have some sort of emotional heaviness that you are undergoing. Like, how do you get on with your writing project, or how do you actually get to that place where you move forward with any other project that you have started and not be defeated and be overwhelmed and overcome by your feelings. So if you are just joining me for the first time and you don't know who this girl is who is talking to you about this topic, my name is Sania Green Reynolds and I am the author education trainer and publishing strategist at Lit Publishing Limited. I'm also author of the book The Self-Confidence Booster and co-author of the best-selling book Pain to Purpose, later called Journey to Purpose. Now, about that, see, I'm very passionate about what I do, and what we do here at Lit Publishing Limited is to help you write your book, comes what may. Like, we can get this done. Like, there's so many things that happen in our daily lives, and these things, they happen and they throw us off the rails. They throw us off the track, and it's just a matter of overcoming or being overcome. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to be an overcomer, or are you going to be overcome? It's either overcome or be overcome. So today I want to just give you a few tips to help you to overcome whatever it is that you may be facing in these feelings when they do come, because I know they come. Why? Because I have experienced, and to some extent am experiencing. So when you're writing, when you're working on a writing project or any other project, when I share, most of what I share can be just transdisciplinary, can work across any field, but I am speaking directly towards you and your writing project. So the first thing you have to do, when you are at that place where you're overcome by, your grief and the stress and the overwhelm or whatever it is to actually identify what is happening inside of you and identify what is happening to you. A lot of times, it's hard for some of us to really process or just understand what's going on. I know for people like me, like I have to learn how to really slow down a little bit and not ignore, not be passive towards what's happening in my life. And so I want to challenge you that when you're, doing your project, when you are actually trying to move from point A to B to C to get through to Z, as it relates to your project, and you are feeling stressed, overcome, you're feeling heavy because of anything that might be happening to you that you really didn't plan for, I want you to know that the first thing you need to do is to just stop, identify what is happening inside of you. How do you feel? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling disappointed? Are you feeling sickened? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling lost? How are you feeling? Just identify that feeling, and also identify what's happening to you. Is someone trying to manipulate you? Is someone trying to bully you? Is someone using you? What is happening? First, you need to identify what is happening. And, when you get to that place where you identify what's happening, you can, just take your next decision with some sort of information. And it's not going to be a decision taken off of supposedness or, okay, maybe this is what is happening, but it's going to be a decision taken off facts or certainty. This is how I'm feeling. This is what is happening to me. This is what X is doing to me. And it could be X could be a person, X could be a thing, X could be a situation. Just identify what is happening to you and what is happening in you. Call it out, okay? Call it out. Call it out. All right? So that's one thing that you're going to do. Now, the second thing that you're going to do is you're going to process those emotions. Now, it's one thing to identify the emotion, but the next thing you want to do is, or the situation, the next thing you want to do is process it. Now, if you are feeling angry, what are you going to do? Just identify that you're feeling angry and do nothing about it? Come on. You're going to need some outlet to express that anger. If you're feeling sad, you just want to watch some Grey's Anatomy like I like to do and just cry. When I watch Grey's Anatomy and Station 19, it's like my Friday morning, because I get it here Friday morning. It's like my Friday morning ritual. Jenica and I, we sit down and we watch, and we're just crying, and we feel so good because it's like there's this sadness with the world or elsewhere that we get to let out, where we can express that little bit of us that is just sad about stuff, and we really don't get a way to process it. And I get, as crazy as it sounds, I process this kind of emotion, sadness, through watching Grey's, because I'm always crying. Fun fact, I just started watching Grey's like 2-3 years ago. I watched a few episodes, binge watched a few episodes, and then I was like, this is great. Like, the writing is phenomenal. Yeah, so you've got to process those emotions, all right? You want to make sure that if you're angry, you find something to punch, or you should go for a run, or you do something that will help you to really work through and do the internal work so that you don't have to be blocked, right? Because a lot of times people talk about writer's block. It's simply because your creativity is being blocked. Like there needs to be some sort of healing. Like we're all connected, mind, soul, body. We are connected. And if you have all that emotional heaviness weighing you down, of course you're not going to be your most creative. And that's why creatives need a space, like nice green clear space to work where they can think. And if you're in a situation where you know there's like a lot of darkness around you, there's a lot of on unresolved feelings, emotions, definitely you're not going to be able to flow as you ought to when you are working on your writing project. So find out, identify. First thing you're going to do is identify what is happening in you and to you. And then you're going to process those emotions. Process them however you see fit. If you feel like watching a TV show is going to help you. If you feel like you need to watch a comedy and you're going to just laugh, and just laugh until you're just full of gas and that gas becomes happiness, do it. If you are like me and if you like you want to just cry and just like refresh yourself, because when I cry I feel refreshed. I don't cry easily, but grays make me cry all the time. So if that's what you're gonna do, cry, go ahead and cry and let it be, okay? But you need to process those emotions so that you can break through that wall that those feelings have already erected in your creative space. All right. And then, yes, the next thing you're going to do is write about your experiences. Now, I'm not saying that you need to write about your experiences to tell the whole world. Yes, you could write a nice Facebook post. You know, you could go over to Instagram and you could write a nice Insta post, whatever it is. You can do that. If that's what you want to do, go for it and do it. But you can also write in your journal, you know. Take the time, write in your journal, share what is happening with yourself. You know, people do a lot of rituals with their writing. Some people burn it. Some people just write it and leave it. And some people tear it because tearing it makes them feel good. It makes them feel relieved. So as, burning it also helps them to forget about it. Whatever your ritual is, or whatever one you feel like works best for you, that's it. Go for it. Do it. But one sure way to get over those emotional blockages and to break through those that heaviness and grief and whatever else you are processing is to write about it. There are days, I'm gonna tell you this, if you know me well enough, I believe in the power of prayer. It doesn't have to be a long, sanctimonious prayer. It could be a Lord help us now prayer. I am a believer. I believe in, and I take literally the words that say, pray about everything. That's me. But do you want to know that there are days when homegirl can't pray? I'm definitely going to be writing my prayer. I will take my journal and I will write my prayer. And when is it that I can't pray? It's those times when I'm feeling like emotionally weighed down. And yes, that should be the time when I cry and I come to the throne of grace. But I can't write. I can't pray. Like, it's not that I can't do it, but doing it isn't easy. It's not second nature. It's not even working, even though I have created that habit. So what am I going to do now? Just write. And if in writing all you can do is process words, go for the words. Just write down words. Doodle if it's doodling that you can do. Write down words. If you can't come up with sentences and paragraphs, draw, describe, do whatever. Just work out those feelings and bring them to the front. All right, bring them to the fore. Write about your experiences. So what have we covered so far? So far, we say that you can identify what's happening to you and in you, process those emotions however best they suit you, however you want to do it. You want to go for a run, you want to fight, you want to fight a punching bag, you want to dance, you want to watch Grey's Anatomy and cry like I do, or anything that best suits you. And thirdly, I said write about your experiences, doodle, draw, write words if you can't write sentences, and write sentences if you can't write paragraphs. Just go for it. And then the next thing you want to do is to reach out to your accountability partner, reach out to your coach. So if you have a book coach or if you have an accountability partner, you might want to reach out to them, okay? You might want to reach out, not might want to, you should reach out to them and just share what's going on with you. One of the things that keep us back is just that need to be like to hold tight to everything that happens to us. We don't talk to others about it, and so we're not really identifying with others. Sure, best believe that you're not the only person who's going through. Best believe that your accountability partner or your coach has gone through this before, and they might be able to point you to resources that you can use. So my advice is definitely reach out, definitely get the help, definitely get the support that you need. All right. And in doing so, I know that, you will receive some sort of breakthrough as well. There's a great relief in belonging. There's a great relief in belonging. And there is also a great relief in identifying. When people can identify with you and you can identify with them, it makes a big difference. And so you want to make sure that you are identifying and reaching out to the right people who can help you. So I definitely say reach out to your accountability partner, reach out to your coach. There are resources that you just need to unlock. Maybe they can point you to a playlist or a technique or something that they have tried before and it has worked for them, strategies that they have tried and it has worked for them. So I need you to consider this very, very seriously. If you are being blocked because of this heaviness, emotional heaviness, grief, just a roller coaster, whatever it is, after you identify what's happening in you and to you, and after you've processed those emotions, and after you've written about your experience, the next thing you want to do is reach out to your accountability coach or your partner, your accountability partner or your book coach. All right. And I'm going to be finished soon because, I did say I'm not going to stay too long. And the next thing you want to do is keep on working on your project. Yes. Don't stop working on your project. Do not be overcome. Okay. Remember, you're either going to overcome or be overcome. Choose one. You can't be in the middle. It doesn't work that way. So you need to overcome or be overcome. So this is how you're going to overcome and not be overcome, because that's definitely not what you want. You're going to overcome by continuing to work on your project. Now, one thing we do know about writing projects, especially if you're writing a whole book, is there are other moving parts of that project that you need to focus on. Okay? You need to focus on your cover design. You need to focus on your website. You probably need to start a blog, a vlog. There are a lot of digital work that you need to do, graphics, and you probably need to do some research. There are a lot of other moving parts to this, to your project. So if you're not able in this moment, because of all the emotional baggage and the stress and the barriers, if you're not able to actually do the thing that you wanted to focus on, don't be overcome. Just overcome the situation by keep on working. And when you keep on working on the project, all you need to do is do the other bits and pieces, get everything organized so that at the end of the day, you will not be left behind when it comes on to your project, the execution of your project. So what did I say? Do not be overcome. It's either you're going to overcome or be overcome. So when you're coming up against these heaviness and, you're grieving, you have these emotional roller coasters, anything that is threatening to kind of throw you off guard or throw you off the rails, be an overcomer. Redirect your attention, work on the other parts of your project. Do not give up, because all these stress and all these troubles and all these tribulation and trials, they are testing you. And guess what? They would win. I'm giving them a pronoun. They would win if you give up. So it means then that you're going to be overcome. And you don't want that to happen. If you have a project out there, if you have a project that you have started, best believe it is worth completing, and it is going to change people's lives. Not to mention, if it's a book, it's going to change somebody's lives. There are many great things that can come from that one book. So do not be overcome and put down that project and let it sit there for years and have all sort of dust growing on it, because no matter how many books are written about that topic that you've started to write about, they're going to be different from your book. And your book was given to you, was sown in your heart because of a particular reason and purpose. And you want that reason and that purpose to come to pass. So do not be overcome, but you be the overcomer and get it done. And the last thing, so what have we have said that you're going to reach out to your accountability coach. You're going to write about your experience. You're going to process those emotions, and you're going to identify what happened in you and to you. And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to dispel the lie that your life has to be perfect for you to share your story, gift, or your expertise. Okay? What did I say? Expel the lie. Expel and dispel. I don't know which one of those, but get rid of those lies. Get rid of the lie. You're gonna feel that kind of feeling is gonna come over you. I remember in what was it, 2016 or 2017, when I was going to Africa, when I was going to Tanzania. I didn't go to the whole continent. I went to Tanzania. When I was going to Tanzania to work with kids and with my friend Benson here, all sorts of feelings came up, because at the time I wasn't at the place yet where I'd migrated my kids to come and live with me. And people literally even vocalize, oh, you're busy helping other people's children. And where are your children? There are other people has to be helping them. Now, that was just, those were just situations trying to present themselves, telling me that, hey, my life has to be perfect in order for me to help others. And that's a lie. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, I could tell you like all the blessings that came to me because of my obedience in doing that. And I'm going to tell you this. A lot of blessings will come to you because of your obedience to be vulnerable, because of your obedience to be transparent and write your book, tell your story, finish your project, even if it's not a writing project. Do that thing that God has placed inside of you and on your heart that will help others. Do it, and do it with all your might. even when you have to work through those emotions, even when you're grieving, even when life is not perfect. Life is far from perfect. Share your story. You are on a journey. So you might not be at journey point Z as yet, but you're definitely not at A where you started. All right, you are along the way, you're on your way. So many people tell me from time to time, oh, I want to write a book, oh, I want to write a book, but they want to write a book, but they are waiting for their success story. You're already successful. You're not where you were, all right? You are learning. You are growing. Share your story. Share how you're overcoming those pains and aches. Share how you have become more courageous. Share how you have, you've mastered your skill or your expertise. Share your gift. Share it with the world. Yes, you're waiting to be married and you're not married yet. So what? Doesn't mean that you can't share your whole process of dating. Share it. There are other people out there who want to know it. All right. So my thing to you guys is to go ahead and dispel and expel the lie that your life has to be perfect for you to finish your writing project or for you to share your story. I'm not gonna wait. I'm in this thing. All right, guys, so let me give you a quick rundown. I was just laying here and I literally feel like all of this just downloaded on me. And of course, I'm in this moment with you right now. So I'm holding this space for you where this is how you're going to actually, break through that heaviness, break through the emotional roller coaster, and continue your project, whether it's your writing project, your fashion design project, your blog project, whatever project you have started, but because of some sort of emotional weight, heaviness, grief, distraction, you have had to put it on hold, or you feel like you need to put it on hold. I am here today as a witness to tell you, don't do it. Don't do it. Do it now, because there's a certain kind of flavor and speciality and just ease in working through your pain as well. I bet you're going to be so pleased with the end result. All right. So you're going to identify here are the 6 things that I shared. First, you're going to identify what is happening to you and in you. Secondly, you're going to process your emotion however best suits you. I can't tell you, but you should know how best you want to process your emotion. Thirdly, you're going to write about your experiences, and you can do a little ritual. You can burn, you can tear, you can do anything. You can lock it away in your journal and revisit it afterwards and update it, but write about your experience. And the fourth thing you're going to do is reach out to your accountability partner or your book or writing coach. And the fifth thing you're going to do is keep on working on your project. Do not put it to the back burner. Work on the other moving parts of it, even when you're not able to really voice, even if it means that you need to record the things that the ideas that you have and store them someplace so that you don't forget them. Okay. And the last thing, which is so important, is to dispel the lie that your life has to be perfect for you to share your story, your expertise, or your gift with the world. All right, guys, so those are the 6 things I've shared with you today. I hope that you found this useful, or you will find it useful when in and throughout your project you come across these kind of feelings and emotions that are wearing you down, tearing you down, making you uncomfortable, seem as if they're impossible. Please don't stop. You're going to overcome or be overcome. And I believe that you're an overcomer. I'm an overcomer, and so are you. So have yourself an amazing day today. Remember, if you need any sort of help, if you need any sort of support, I want you to slide in my DM, send me a message, and I will return a response right away. If you need help with your writing, I'm going to tell you this. I am the best at turning your ideas into a draft for a story. So come holler at me if you're looking for someone to help you to craft your ideas, to develop your ideas, or to even develop your manuscript. I am here to support you. Please feel free. I have open space in my calendar. I can take a few more projects. Even though I'm working on a few projects, I have space for a few more. Let's see if you are a fit. I want to help you to manifest your story and turn it into that book that you have been longing to write. So feel free to come get in touch with me and let's do this together. All right. Remember, guys, you're an overcomer. You've got this. You're going to write that story regardless of the pain, the stress, the overwhelm, the problems, the tribulations, and the trials that you're going through. You can and you will. As a matter of fact, right now you are overcoming. So take care. God bless. Bye.